Hi, I'm Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net, and I got a great question from one of my viewers. Thank you so much for this. How to tell a date you love them without being afraid of the results. This is an incredible question, and how many times have people written in asking me, how do I tell somebody I love them? How do I tell them I like them? How do I let them know? We seem to have this overarching fear of revealing our truth, and yet here's the funny thing about that. It is only in revealing the warmth that we feel for somebody that we actually have a greater opportunity of having their heart open in correspondence. So we stop ourselves so that we won't look foolish. We don't want to look vulnerable. We don't want to look weak and needy. But you've got a whole world of people functioning on that thought basis. And then you wonder why we have such a problem getting together and establishing love. The way to find confidence and absolute power in anything you need to say, whether it's I like you, I think you're great, I'd really enjoy exploring a relationship with you, or you say, I love you. It has to be said with ownership and in complete power of a monologue statement. Now, if you've read any of my work or you've watched other videos, you might have heard me touch on the monologue, but the monologue is the most powerful way to give your emotional information. It's declarative. You are not waiting for a response coming back. That's where the power comes from. You will never feel confident if you're putting something over the net where all you're thinking is, how are you going to respond to this? It'll never work. The power comes from just saying it. That is your intention. When your impulse, that your need to speak and articulate this feeling that you have is more powerful than how they respond to it, then you know you're on track. That's empowerment. It's about you speaking your truth. Then all the fear goes away. As a matter of fact, the power that comes from that is that you are not dropping it in their lap and then searching their eyes. Do you love me? Or waiting. What do you think? No, erase that. It's the same as it's 34 degrees out today, or I'm leaving at 11 o'clock. I love you. That's my truth. Thought you may want to know that. And you move on to something else or walk away. It's a great parting line. It relieves them of pressure to feel that they have to respond. And that, in and of itself, making ease, is the key. Because you're not waiting there. Neediness is waiting to know their answer. Powerful is, I have something to tell you. You see how it's different? And by the way, to this specific viewer, if the best term that you can come up for this person is your date, you're going to want to rethink using the word love. I doubt you love them, or I doubt that it's the time to say you love them. I would go back to the other video, The Power of I Like You, and let them know, I think you're wonderful. Just have to tell you that. I admire you, I respect you, and I really enjoy the time we spend together. Now, if you can do any of these statements and you have a sense of humor, and you know you have a sense of humor, not you just think you have a sense of humor, and my style is my style. There are a multitude of styles. I want you to find your own style. But if you have humor, use humor. Make sure that the humor does not in any way diminish the beauty and the power of your message. But the goal in all of these videos is for me to inform you, have you really skilled at what you need to do and not afraid to do it. You have to be clear. There's a lot of confusion out there, but you finding your voice, finding your manner of communication, that's really empowering. That's the way you communicate. And that's what sets you apart from anybody else. So find your voice. Know what you have to say. Thanks a lot. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net.